Hello, hello. Welcome to the Butterfly Roz Show. OG Roz in the building. How y'all doing this evening, this afternoon, or wherever you are this morning? I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling all right. Despite all the things I can't complain about, but what good is that going to do, right? It's not going to do a darn thing. But if you're a music lover like I am, let's embark on this journey together. Bear with me because I'm not a pro at this yet, okay? So we are about to talk about some people today. Yes, indeed. Let me get my notes and we'll be ready to go. In the meantime, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell symbol. It won't cost you a dime. That's right. If you want to hear more of this content, this celebrity content, then set up your bell notification so you won't miss an upload. And check out the other videos. I know. Some of them are pretty jacked up because my phone, the last time I was in LA, my phone just decided that the camera was not going to cooperate. So there was all this static. So now I gotta go and learn how to do a voiceover. It'll be coming soon, but this is my opportunity to try that out and experiment on you. All right. So we are going to talk. Where are my notes? Okay. See, I'm messing up already. We're going to talk about some folks. Yes, indeed. Yes, we are. I've been doing a little digging. Of course, everybody is talking about Michael Jackson. Everywhere you go, this Michael madness has started again. What do you think about that? Well, it was about time, for somebody to portray him with honesty and integrity. So, but we're going to talk about more than just Michael. I have a couple of people that I want to talk about. Michael, Prince, Jimi Hendrix, Tupac, Eazy E, Elvis Presley, and anybody, and D'Angelo. Okay? These are artists that they what am I trying to say, y'all? These artists focus heavily on sound, stage presence, fashion, and reinvention. But what we're going to do is take each of them individually. Don't worry, this won't be a long video. But we're going to talk about these legends here. Legends of sound. Mike Jackson, Prince, Vanity, D'Angelo, Tupac, Jimi Hendrix, and Elvis. Now y'all stop hating on him just because he's a white boy. People love to throw out there about the racist card. I'm just not buying it. But these artists, they didn't just make music, they changed the culture. So that's why he's included. And I know there's probably plenty of more people in the industry that I could have included. But I chose the main ones that have had an impact on me personally. And if I feel the notion, if I have a notion, how y'all say it? I will do another video and add some more people like Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston, and more and more and more. So welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down the similarities and differences between these legendary artists who shape music, identity, and culture in completely different ways. You know what? I did not realize I gotta push the thing to go to the next slide. My apologies. All right. So some of these artists were performers, some were poets, some were revolutionaries. All of them were unforgettable. So first, let's divide them into creative forces. Okay. Jimi Hendrix. He was a performer and innovator. Okay. Jimi Hendrix reinvented the electric guitar and changed rock forever. Yes, indeed, he did. And just like Elvis Presley, and like all of the artists listed, they learned from the greats and then they did their own thing with it. Every one of them. Some people love to say, oh, Elvis stole from black people. No, I wouldn't call it stealing, because if that's the case, Michael stole from white people. He was influenced by people like Fred Astaire and other artists. Why is it such a crime to be inspired by somebody? Every one of these artists were inspired by somebody. Now, where in the world is my note on him? I'm like scrolling and talking. All right. Well, hold on. So all of them borrowed from others and made it their own. What an honor to have someone use you as an inspiration, right? There's no other compliment. I know that there were all types of scrutiny and criticism, and these artists, they lived under pressure, fame, expectation, identity, and public scrutiny. It shaped all of their journeys, and they became symbols, not just artists. They were larger than life, often becoming cultural icons rather than just musicians. Each one broke the rules of what music should sound or look like. Michael Jackson was a global unity, precision, and perfectionist. and he was a genius, but he expressed genius in his own special way. People love to put him and Prince and compare them. I don't think that they hate each other at all. I think they were threatened by each other and then both inspired and found each other. But, well, they were competitive with one another. I'm talking about Prince. Prince was mystery, independence, and total creative control. But he and Michael were both geniuses, but they just expressed genius in opposite ways. Okay, there he is, Prince. You know what, y'all? I can't for the life of me find my notes. Okay. Let me get to the Prince part. You know what? I just found some of my notes. Okay. All right. So we're going to try to determine the differences between some of the most influential artists of all time. Artists who shaped pop, R&B, soul, rock, funk, and hip hop. Some were perfectionists, some were rebels, some were storytellers, and some were pure emotion. Michael Jackson and Prince, they dominated worldwide music stages. Michael Jackson changed performance forever with precision, choreography, and global unity. Prince was a genre bending genius who controlled every layer of his artistry. They represented excellence on a global scale. Yes, indeed. Let's go down the road to West Side, Compton. All right. Eric Eazy E. Wright. He helped launch gangsta rap through NWA, changing hip hop forever. Tupac. He gave voice to pain, injustice, and survival. They weren't just artists, they were movements. D'Angelo, he represented transformation and emotional depth in very different ways. He built he helped build neo soul around vulnerability, spirituality, and restraint. And by the way, all of these artists that I mentioned are deceased, so I want to give them all the utmost respect. May they rest in peace. Vanity, Denise Matthews. She no longer goes by the name of Vanity anymore. because she became a Christian. Vanity lived through fame, then she walked away from it entirely, later embracing faith and private life. But both Vanity and D'Angelo represent reinvention, leaving one identity behind to become something deeper. So, what sets them apart? These artists, Michael and Prince and Tupac and Eazy and Hendrix and D'Angelo and Vanity. Well, each one mastered a different language of music. Vanity represented image, presence, and transformation. She wasn't the best as far as music and singing. It's just her presence and her beauty that you couldn't ignore. Now, D'Angelo, he was also a, considered a sex symbol, but his music came from a place of emotional minimalism. And so he mastered a different language of music. And Hendrix, he mastered the instrumental revolution. Eazy E, the raw street perspective. Prince, Tupac, lyrical truth and emotion. Prince, full creative independence. Michael, performance and precision. Each one mastered a different language, and they were good at it. So why can't we just appreciate all the talents without fighting over who's better? They're all good in their own ways. How can you compare them? They changed entire genres: pop, R&B, rock, soul, hip hop, all reshaped by this group of artists. They weren't just entertainers, they became eras. Their influence still grows today. New artists still study, sample, and imitate their work. Still to this day. So their music, it just never dies. Some of these legends left us early. Tupac, Eazy, Jimi Hendrix. Others passed after decades of global impact. Michael, Prince. But each passing turned their music into something timeless. And that's obvious by the fact that people are having Michael Jackson fever. Artists like D'Angelo and Vanity show us a different side of legacy, one of silence, transformation, and personal evolution. So when we look at all of these artists, we're not just looking at music history. We're looking at power, pain, creativity, identity, and legacy. Different voices, different worlds, one impact. If this video resonated with you, like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me, which of these legends shaped your life the most? I can honestly say, from my point of view, of me being someone that's into music, little parts of them have become little parts of me musically. Even though I don't do secular music, I have a covenant with the Lord. I truly do. So that I cannot use my music for the world. You can try to offer me a record deal today, and I won't take it. No, I will not. You can't even do gospel music today and be part of the industry. So much gospel music is corrupt now. People become blind when they get that success. And then they lose their mind. Then next thing you know, they're going farther and farther away from gospel music. It might start off as gospel music, and then it strays because of the pressure to kind of do something a little bit more secular. And you compromise, and next thing you know, you're not doing gospel music at all. You're not even mentioning the name of the Lord Jesus in your music. It becomes about money. We cannot let that happen. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose their soul? It doesn't profit you anything. I really look up to Denise Matthews because she walked away from it all. That takes courage to walk away from an industry that molded and shaped you and gave you success, though modest. Everybody knows whose Vanity is. Well, now there is no Vanity. She's completely changed her identity. Okay? Well, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Just make your comments respectful. Okay? There's nothing wrong with differing opinions. Nobody is going to think the same thing. None of us will. Everybody will see things differently. Everybody has an artist that they would have preferred to see in this video. But hold on, because it's coming. It's coming. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.